TYT Sports locked out. I brought in Mr. Stephen O. You can find him on Twitter at StephenO88, a great basketball mind, as we have discussed before with Shaquille O'Neal and many other broad topics. But today, Oklahoma City, they won Game 5 yesterday, 108-103. Solid comeback for the San Antonio Spurs in that game. They were down as many as it appeared to be 12, 13 points at some moments in the game when James Harden hit the and one for a 4-point play on Ginobili's foul. So you've got to credit the Spurs somewhat. Good resolve fighting back in this game.
No, the Spurs were terrific. In the second quarter, they were down by 14, and they looked just dead. And somehow they fought back mostly behind Ginobili, but a couple of key plays by other members, Steven Jackson being one of them. And then, they took a 6-point lead in the third quarter. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I thought at that point, Oklahoma City was dead. But then they came back.
Yeah.
And then I thought the Spurs were dead. Then they came back. It was fantastic. And, I'm not really a Spurs fan. I'm not a Thunder fan, really.
We're basketball
I'm
fans.
basketball fans.
Yeah.
So I love seeing that kind of resolve. So yesterday was fantastic. And down the stretch, I literally had no idea who was going to win until Harden hit that incredible three, that step-back three.
The step back with Kawhi Leonard, who, by the way, played fantastic defense.
He did.
He played very good defense on that shot.
That was about as good a defensive effort as he could have given. There are a couple of other plays where I thought Steven Jackson played excellent defense on Durant, but Durant just made the shot. He was out of his freaking mind yesterday in the second half. That was some of the best basketball I've seen played in a long time.
He was finding his shot, and I think that's key for a shooter. When they could take somebody off the dribble, roll right off a pick, and have a wide-open 13-foot shot, and that's when he started warming up in the third quarter.
See, Kevin Durant, I mean, he's a transformative player because he is doing things that a man his size should not be doing. I mean, it's like the second coming of Magic Johnson in some ways. Totally different position, I know. But when Magic was a point guard, people said there's no way someone that big can play that position and play it well, and he did, and he transformed it.
Can we shy away from your man crush on Kevin Durant for just 1 second and get back to the fourth quarter? All right, so a few turnovers here and there. We were discussing the 3 turnovers by Russell Westbrook. I count 2 of them as turnovers. One of them I put on James Harden with the inbounds pass when it was over and back. The double dribble, he was trying to get the foul. I believe it was on Tony Parker when he just kind of stumbled. Correct call on the double dribble. But the offensive foul, when Tony Parker was right underneath him, I thought it was good basketball IQ, a good savvy play from Tony Parker drawing the foul on Russell Westbrook. But you had a different opinion.
Yeah, Tony Parker does not get that call anywhere else except in San Antonio because he literally had his chin on Westbrook's shoulder. I mean, the guy has to have some space to make a move. Westbrook did not throw an elbow. He didn't lower his shoulder. I thought it was a bad call by the refs. It should have been a no call.
It was a normal movement of just rotating your body.
His body, and you're allowed to turn your body. I mean, you don't have to run away from the defender. So I thought it was a bad call by the refs, but whatever. There are 2 things that he does that drives me crazy. One is that crazy, I'm not going to pass to anyone, even though I'm the point guard. I'm going to just take it to the basket or just pull up for a jumper without even looking for my teammates. I hate that play. The other thing that he does is he dribbles for 18 seconds straight.
Yeah.
And then he makes a panic pass at the very last second, which leads to a bad shot by his teammates. I hate both of those plays. I love Serge Ibaka. I love Nick Collison. Kendrick Perkins, I don't love so much.
No, it's hard to love Kendrick Perkins for the sole fact that when he fouled out, at least how I perceived it, when he fouled out last night, the Thunder became a better team because they got a better, not a big body, obviously, but Thabo Sefolosha, a great on-the-ball defender. He's in there for defensive purposes. That's the reason he's in the game. He's not in there to score. He had 19 points, in Game 3, I think it was, which you could say was a fluke. A lot of his shots just went in. He was taking open shots, but he's out there for defensive purposes. In my eyes, when Kendrick Perkins fouled out, first off, he missed 2 horrible shots that he probably should have hit, but with that form, I'm not surprised he missed. His right foot is like 12 feet in front of his left foot, shoots over his head. But either way, they turned out to be, in my eyes, a better team when he fouled out. Agree or disagree?
Yes. Kendrick Perkins has severe deficiencies on offense and defense, and there's definitely a role for him, but I'm not sure there's a role for him in this matchup with the Spurs or with the Heat if they face the Heat, or even with the Celtics.
I think he'll be okay with the Heat, though, because then he'd have to face up against, like, Ronnie Turiaf, who's fine. Dexter Pittman, it was if he even plays, is fine. Duncan is taking him off the dribble.
Right.
He has, 8 years on Duncan?
Well, look, Perkins is he's a very good defender against other big centers who are not necessarily that mobile, but they're strong and big.
The last Spurs loss at home, April 11th. So it is surprising. The 20-game win streak totally in the rear view now. Seems like the Thunder have a stranglehold on them. 3-2 series lead. They could clinch and go to the finals Wednesday night. Thunder close it out.
Yeah, it's over. And I'm really impressed with the way the Thunder have adjusted on the fly, how they've matured on the fly. I didn't think they were going to beat the Spurs like this 3 games in a row, but they figured some things out. Although a couple of things going in their favor is that the Spurs, what the hell happened to Matt Bonner and Danny Green? They cannot.
Danny Green didn't even start yesterday.
Well, not only that he can't make a shot.
Yeah.
Gary Neal. The Spurs were excellent in the regular season and in the first couple of rounds of the playoffs because they were hitting the 3-point shots. If they don't hit the 3-point shots, then they're useless.
Final word, because we're trying to institute it more. John Granger tweeted at me, OKC Young Guns, it's murder. Do you know what that means?
It's murder?
Yeah, murder.
Murder?
It's a Ja Rule saying. You don't have to know it. Anyways, let us know your thoughts at StephenO88, at Rick Strom. Tweet those at us. Best ones get read on the air. Our Facebook page is in the description below. Our comments, leave your comments in the comments section below. Please keep those clean. And please also do us a favor.
Subscribe to TYT Sports.
That away.